Hey, beautiful souls! It took me 10 years to learn this, but I will teach it to you in 30 minutes. Life waits for nobody. The sun rises, the world moves, and whether you are ready or not, time keeps flowing like a river that never stops. Every morning you open your eyes is a reminder that you are still in the race. But it is also a warning that if you don't get up and move, life will leave you behind. Think about it. People we once knew have gone their own way. Jobs we thought would last forever, vanished. Moments we thought were permanent are just memories now. The world doesn't pause when you're tired, it doesn't slow down when you're heartbroken, and it certainly doesn't stop when you're lazy. This is why mornings matter so much. Each morning is a chance to decide who you will be today. Will you be the person who repeats yesterday's mistakes, or will you rise stronger and more determined? The truth is harsh but freeing. No one cares. People are too caught up in their own struggles to carry yours. And that's not a reason to despair. It's a reason to stand tall. Because if no one is coming to save you, then the power to change belongs entirely to you. That's the beauty of mornings. They remind you that your life is still yours to shape. Regret whispers to many people when they wake. Regret about wasted time, broken dreams, missed chances. But regret is useless unless you turn it into fuel. Don't look at your past as a prison. Look at it as a teacher. Every mistake you made is a lesson carved into your memory, and every failure is a push toward becoming wiser. The morning is your daily chance to take those lessons and say, I will not repeat what broke me. I will build something stronger. But here is the warning. If you don't get up and build your dream life, someone else will hire you to build theirs. That's the law of life. If you drift, if you remain unfocused, if you keep waiting for a perfect moment, it will never come. You'll spend your years working for someone else's vision while your own slowly fades away. The morning gives you a choice. Be the architect of your destiny or remain a worker in someone else's. And in this journey, silence is your ally. Work in silence, protect your dreams, and celebrate your victories privately. People love to ruin things, not always with bad intentions, but with doubt, envy, or negativity. When you reveal too much too soon, you expose your dream to the storm of other people's opinions. The Stoics taught us to remain indifferent to what others think, and that wisdom still matters. Build quietly, protect your energy. Let your success speak when the time is right. Finally, never forget this. Not all advice is equal. The world is full of voices telling you what to do, how to live, and where to go. But if the person giving you advice doesn't live the life you admire, why listen? Choose your teachers wisely. Ignore the noise. Follow only those whose actions reflect the results you want. This is the foundation of the video you are about to hear. These are not just words. They are principles that will rewire the way you face your mornings, your struggles, and your future. It took me years of trial, pain, and reflection to understand them. My goal is to save you that time. Today, let's walk through these truths together, and by the end, you'll be ready to rise every morning with unshakable clarity. Say it with me now. I will rise stronger every morning. Number 1, life waits for nobody. Life is not patient. It does not pause, it does not wait, and it does not knock twice. The biggest illusion many of us live under is the belief that we have time. I'll do it tomorrow, we say. Next week, next year, someday. But someday is a dangerous word because it almost always means never. If you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you have a change, you know you must make. Life is not going to wait until you are comfortable, ready, or fearless. It moves with or without you. When you open your eyes in the morning, you are entering a world already in motion. Someone is already working on the idea you're delaying. Someone is already training harder while you are scrolling on your phone. Someone is already building the life that you're only dreaming about. The world is not slowing down for your hesitation. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." His reminder is that time is our most limited resource. You don't own tomorrow. You don't even own the next hour. You only have this moment, this breath, this morning. And what you do with it matters more than anything else. Think about how many opportunities you've already lost to procrastination. Think about the days you said, "I'll start next week," only to find yourself in the same place months later. That's what happens when you believe life will wait for you. It won't. And the worst pain is not failure. It is looking back and realizing you never even tried. The world keeps moving, with or without your effort. Nature doesn't stop for your excuses. The seasons change, the sun rises and sets, people are born, people die, and time flows forward. You can either flow with it, taking action each day, or you can resist it and be dragged by it. But either way, life moves. What does this mean for your mornings? It means that the way you start your day shapes everything that follows. If you begin with purpose, you step into alignment with the flow of life. If you begin with laziness, distraction, and hesitation, you fall behind. Morning is not just a time of day. It is a battlefield where you decide whether you are a participant in life or a bystander. Ask yourself, what if today was your last chance to make progress? Would you waste it? What if today was the day your future self is begging you not to ruin? Would you still hit snooze? Every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They understood that time is precious, and they refused to wait for life to slow down. They moved with urgency. They acted. They built. They failed and rose again. The difference between them and everyone else is not talent. It is urgency. So, what should you do? Start with one simple commitment. Never let a morning go to waste. When you wake up, don't just exist. Decide. Decide how you will move, how you will act, how you will progress. Even small steps matter. A page written, a workout completed, a plan made. Life rewards those who respect time. The most powerful affirmation you can carry with you is this: I will not wait for life. I will rise with it. If you live with that mindset, you will no longer fear being left behind, because you will be moving forward every single day. So let me leave you with a challenge. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, don't pick up your phone, don't scroll, don't delay. Sit up, take a breath, and remind yourself, life waits for nobody. Today, I comment this right now to seal it in your heart. I will not wait for life. I will rise with it. Number 2, take care of yourself first. Let me tell you a truth that many people ignore until it's too late. If something happens to you, the world will move on. Harsh, isn't it? But it's reality. Your job will replace you. Your responsibilities will be passed on. And even the people who love you will eventually adjust to life without you. Life does not stop when you fall. It just keeps moving forward. That is why taking care of yourself must come first. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot build your dream, support your family, or fulfill your potential if your body and mind are broken. Yet so many of us live as if we are indestructible, skipping sleep, ignoring health, neglecting our mental peace. We think sacrifice means destroying ourselves for the sake of others, but that's not sacrifice. It's slow self-destruction. The Stoics understood this. Epictetus taught that you must guard your mind and body like a fortress. If the fortress collapses, everything inside it is at risk. In the same way, if you collapse, your dreams, your goals, and your loved ones all suffer. So, the first responsibility you have each morning is to take care of you. Ask yourself, what is the point of working tirelessly for wealth if you are too sick to enjoy it? What is the point of chasing your dreams if your body breaks before you can reach them? True discipline is not only about hard work, it is about smart work. And smart work begins with self-care. So, what does this look like in practice? It means respecting your body as the vehicle of your destiny. Fuel it with good food, not poison. Strengthen it with movement, not neglect. Rest it with sleep, not endless scrolling. And sharpen your mind with silence, not noise. These habits may seem small, but together they form the foundation of greatness. Think of your morning as the launchpad of your day. If you start with chaos, rushing, skipping meals, drowning in stress, you set the tone for more chaos. But if you start with order, hydration, movement, calm reflection, you step into the world prepared. Many people ignore self-care because they believe it is selfish. But let me turn that around. It is selfish to neglect yourself. Why? Because when you break down, the people who depend on you will suffer. Your family, your friends, your mission, they all need you strong. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is the most responsible act you can commit to. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This means protecting your mental state is just as important as protecting your body. Each morning, check your thoughts. Are you filling your mind with negativity before the day even begins? Or are you filling it with purpose and clarity? Imagine this. Two people wake up at the same time. One rolls over, scrolls social media, and fills their mind with envy and distraction. The other drinks water, stretches, breathes deeply, and sets an intention for the day. Who do you think will handle life better? Who will stay grounded when the storms come? That's the power of morning self-care. It gives you a shield before the battles even begin. So let this be your commitment. Stop waiting until crisis forces you to care for yourself. Don't wait for burnout, sickness, or heartbreak to remind you how fragile you are. Build habits now that protect you for years to come. Every morning, ask, what can I do today to strengthen myself? And then do it. Because here's the truth. Life waits for nobody. But if you take care of yourself, you can move with it, not against it. You can keep up with the flow instead of being crushed by it. Say this with me and drop it in the comments. I will take care of myself first, because my dream depends on it. Number 3. Don't regret. Learn and move forward. Regret is one of the heaviest chains a person can carry. It drags behind you, slowing every step, whispering in your ear that you should have done better, that you wasted time, that you are already too late. But here's the truth. Regret is useless unless you turn it into fuel. How many mornings have you woken up replaying your mistakes, thinking about the job you didn't take, the relationship you ruined, the opportunities you let slip away? That's the trap of regret. It convinces you that the past is still alive, when in reality, it's already gone. You can't go back. You can't rewrite it. You can only learn from it. The Stoics were crystal clear about this. Epictetus said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Regret is exactly that. Suffering in your imagination, creating pain out of what no longer exists. The past is a closed book. The only power it holds is the lessons you extract from it. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, "What did this teach me?" That shift changes everything. Every failure becomes a lesson. Every heartbreak becomes wisdom. Every wasted year becomes a teacher that pushes you to stop wasting the next one. But here's the danger. Regret doesn't just hold you down, it blinds you to the present. You're so focused on what you lost that you miss what's in front of you right now. Imagine driving a car while staring only in the rearview mirror. You're guaranteed to crash. That's what regret does. It keeps your eyes locked on what's behind you while your future passes by unnoticed. So how do you let go? First, accept that you can't change what's already happened. Forgive yourself for being human. Nobody makes perfect choices. Nobody avoids mistakes. What matters is whether you repeat them or rise above them. Second, take action today. The best antidote to regret is progress. If you regret wasting years not exercising, start moving your body today. If you regret not starting your business earlier, take the first small step now. Regret loses its grip when you prove to yourself that the future can be better than the past. And third, remember this: you are not the same person who made those mistakes. Every sunrise makes you new. The fact that you regret your past shows that you've grown. Don't punish the new you for the mistakes of the old you. Instead, honor that growth by moving forward with wisdom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Your regrets, your failures, they are not blocks on your path. They are the path. Use them. Let them shape you into someone unshakable. Tomorrow morning, when regret tries to pull you back into yesterday, answer it with action. Say, "Thank you for the lesson, but I am walking forward." Remember this affirmation and write it down. I am not my past. I learn, I grow, I move forward. Number 4, build your dream or build someone else's. Every morning when you wake up, you face a choice. Will you build your dream or will you spend the day building someone else's? This is one of the hardest truths to swallow because most people spend their entire lives working for the vision of another person while their own dreams remain buried inside them. Look around you. The company you work for, the building you sit in, the app you use, even the coffee you drink, these were all someone's dream once. The only reason you have them now is because those people decided to build instead of delay. They refused to waste mornings. They refused to ignore their calling. They acted with urgency, while countless others stayed asleep. And here's the reality. If you don't wake up with purpose, someone else will happily sell you theirs. If you don't chase your vision, you will spend your life chasing deadlines for people who did. That doesn't mean working for someone else is always bad. Sometimes it is necessary. Sometimes it teaches you discipline. Sometimes it gives you stability. But if you stop there, if you give up your dream entirely to only serve others, then you've lost yourself. The Stoics believed every person has a duty to live according to their nature. That means using your gifts, your skills, your energy for something meaningful. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions." Ask yourself, what are your ambitions? Are they your own, or just what society handed you? Building your dream doesn't always mean quitting your job tomorrow. It doesn't mean throwing away stability recklessly. It means carving time each day to invest in what lights you up inside. Write that book before work. Start that small business on the side. Learn that skill after hours. The point is not how fast you move. It's that you move at all. Because every morning you delay, your dream gathers dust, while someone else's grows stronger. Think of mornings as stolen time. When the world is quiet, before obligations rush in, you have a sacred window to plant seeds for your future. Most people waste this window on distractions, but builders, dream chasers, use it to create. That's why morning routines are so powerful. They allow you to put your dream first, before the noise of the world swallows you. And let's be clear, building your dream is not easy. You will face doubt, fear, exhaustion, and failure. But you know what's harder than building your dream? Spending 40 years building someone else's, only to realize you never tried to build your own. That's a pain too heavy for the soul. So ask yourself every morning, whose dream am I building today? And if the answer isn't yours, then find a way, no matter how small, to invest in yourself. It may be an hour, it may be 20 minutes, it may be a single page or a single step. But do it, because if you don't, nobody else will. Affirm this truth right now. I choose to build my dream, one morning at a time. Number 5, work in silence, celebrate in private. In a world that rewards noise, silence is power. Everywhere you look, people are shouting their plans, their goals, their dreams. They announce what they're going to do before they've even taken the first step. But here's the danger. When you reveal too much too soon, you invite doubt, envy, and sabotage into your life. That is why one of the greatest lessons I learned is simple. Work in silence, celebrate in private. When you keep your dreams quiet, you protect them. Think of them like seeds in the soil. If you dig them up too often to show others, they never grow roots. But if you water them quietly, patiently in private, they grow into something unshakable. People don't always want you to win. Sometimes, even those closest to you carry envy in their hearts. Not always out of malice, but because your progress reminds them of their stagnation. If you constantly announce your every move, you give them the chance to plant doubt in your soil. They'll say, "Are you sure you can do that? That sounds risky. What if you fail?" And those seeds of doubt can destroy your confidence before you've even started. The Stoics warned against living for the opinions of others. Epictetus taught that the more you seek approval, the less free you are. Silence frees you. It allows you to work without the weight of other people's expectations. It allows you to focus on progress instead of applause. Think of some of the most successful people in history. They didn't broadcast their plans to the world every morning. They built quietly, step by step, until their work spoke louder than words ever could. Greatness doesn't need a trumpet. It announces itself in results. Celebrating in private is just as important. Why? Because when you flaunt your victories, you attract envy and negativity. Sometimes you attract predators who want to take advantage of your success. Sometimes you even lose momentum because the praise tricks your brain into thinking the work is done. But when you celebrate quietly, you stay hungry. You keep building, you protect your energy. This doesn't mean you should never share anything. It means you must be intentional. Share only when the foundation is strong, when the results are undeniable, when no one's doubt can shake you. Until then, guard your dreams like treasure. So how do you practice this? Simple. The next time you feel the urge to announce your plans, pause. Ask yourself, does sharing this serve my growth or just my ego? If it's only ego, keep quiet. Let your progress speak in due time. Tomorrow morning, when you sit with your thoughts, remind yourself, my silence is my shield. My work is my voice, and when the time is right, your results will speak for themselves. Affirm this truth in the comments. I will protect my dreams in silence and let my results make the noise. Number 6. Listen only to the right voices. The world is loud. Everyone has advice for you. Family, friends, co-workers, strangers on the internet. They all want to tell you how to live, what to do, where to go. But here's a truth that changed my life. If the person giving you advice is not living the life you want, why would you listen? We often give too much weight to opinions that don't deserve it. You tell a friend about your dream, and they laugh. You share your plan with a coworker, and they tell you it won't work. You open your heart to family, and they project their own fears onto you. And slowly, without even realizing it, you start shrinking your dream to fit their limited vision. The Stoics warned about this trap. Marcus Aurelius wrote, The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know anything about the subject. What he meant was simple. Not every voice matters. Wisdom is not measured by volume. Just because someone speaks loudly, confidently, or emotionally doesn't mean they are right. Think of it like this. Would you take financial advice from someone drowning in debt? Would you take health advice from someone who doesn't respect their own body? Would you take relationship advice from someone who is constantly toxic? Then why do we let voices like this shape our path? The truth is, you must filter your circle. Not everyone deserves access to your mind. Surround yourself with people who live the results you want. If you want to grow in discipline, listen to those who embody it. If you want to succeed in business, learn from those who have built real success. If you want peace, follow those who radiate it. Silencing the wrong voices is just as important as amplifying the right ones. Sometimes this means setting boundaries. Sometimes it means walking away entirely. It doesn't mean you stop loving people, it just means you stop letting them control your choices. And here's the key, the loudest voice in your life should be your own. Every morning, ask yourself, what do I truly want? What feels right for me? Listen deeply, trust yourself, because at the end of the day, you live with the results of your decisions, not them. So, when you wake tomorrow and the noise of the world tries to drown you, remember, most of it doesn't matter. Choose carefully whose words you let inside. Affirm this truth with me. I will only listen to the voices that lead me to the life I want. Number 7. Life rewards consistency, not excuses. If there's one lesson mornings have taught me, it's this. Life doesn't care about excuses. It only cares about effort. You can explain why you didn't wake up early, why you skipped the workout, why you didn't chase your dream, but excuses don't build results. Consistency does. Think about it. A single workout won't transform your body, but daily discipline will. Writing one page doesn't make a book, but writing a page every day does. Saving a little money once won't make you rich, but saving a little every day builds wealth. Success is not about one giant leap. It's about small steps taken consistently. The Stoics lived by discipline. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Every morning, wasted adds up. Every excuse compounds, but so does every act of discipline. The little things you do daily shape the entire arc of your life." Consistency is powerful because it compounds silently. You may not see the results right away, and that's where most people quit. They give up too soon because they want instant success. But the truth is, mornings are not about instant results. They are about planting seeds. Day after day, water them, and in time, the harvest comes. Excuses, on the other hand, destroy you silently. They seem harmless in the moment. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm too tired today. But one excuse becomes two become 10, and suddenly years have passed. Excuses steal more dreams than failure ever will. So what's the solution? Build non-negotiables into your mornings. Small actions you commit to no matter what. Maybe it's 5 minutes of journaling. Maybe it's 10 push-ups. Maybe it's reading one page. It doesn't matter how small. It matters that you do it consistently. That's how you train your brain to choose action over excuses. Think of life like a ledger. Every day you either deposit discipline or debt. Discipline builds you. Debt drags you. Which one are you adding each morning? And here's the secret. Consistency creates confidence. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you prove you can trust you. And when you trust yourself, nothing can shake you. Tomorrow morning, when your mind whispers excuses, answer with action. Even if it's small, even if it's imperfect, choose consistency. Repeat this affirmation with me and comment it to lock it in. I choose consistency over excuses. Every morning, I move forward. You've just walked through truths that took me years to understand. Life waits for nobody. If you don't take care of yourself, the world will move on. Regret is wasted energy. Learn from it and rise. If you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to build theirs. Protect your vision with silence. Filter the voices you listen to, and above all, practice consistency. Every morning is a chance to decide, will you waste it or will you use it? Will you drift with excuses or will you rise with discipline? The Stoics taught us that time is the one resource we can never get back. Once today is gone, it's gone forever. That's why mornings matter. That's why urgency matters. I can't make the choice for you. I can't walk your path. But I can remind you, you are not powerless. You are not stuck. Every sunrise is a second chance. You don't have to carry regret. You don't have to follow the wrong voices. And you don't have to build someone else's dream. You can choose differently, starting today. So when you wake tomorrow, don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for life to slow down. Just rise, move, act. And as you move forward, hold this affirmation in your heart. I rise stronger every morning, and I will not waste the time life has given me. Write it in the comments, speak it out loud, and live it daily. Because life waits for nobody, and neither should you.